Hello everybody, today I'm back with another part, and this is Flying Battery Zone. I guess I should turn that down a bit. I don't think it really matters anyways, but this is Flying Battery. As you can see right here, there's not much to really say after the first playthrough of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. All we're kind of doing now is we're mainly just cruising through the entire game as Knuckles. Really not doing much else. I swear. One of the main reasons I'm also doing this playthrough right now, or making a part for this playthrough when I could also just make a part for a new whole playthrough, is that I just don't want to find the thing right now, you know. I don't want to find it. I don't want to find it right now in order to play something like Sonic Advance 1. Not like it's even hard to even do so. I just don't want to do so right now. What do I do now? Because it fell down here. It has to reload at some point. Oh my goodness. Where? Also, yeah, it's the little wall sling thing I was trying to show off in the previous part. There's also a special ring over here. And also one right over here. So one after another. You can kind of just go here. Then we kind of just do nothing because we have the Hyper Flame. We need to play more interesting Sonic games. We don't have much commentary for Sonic 3 or whatever. Because I'll have more to say if this wasn't Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Stuck kind of in the button. I know a lot of people edit their Let's Plays in current day, but I just don't. I always kind of like the raw Let's Plays, to be honest. But then again, I guess I am kind of everything wrong with raw Let's Plays. Because in a raw Let's Play, you don't have really much else to really say. After a bit, it's kind of just whatever. To be completely fair, that's literally how I feel. It's kind of just whatever. And also having to speak loud enough in order to actually get over actual game audio. It really sucks. So I'm trying to speak in normal tone, but I have to still talk a little bit higher than I usually would. And it sounds a bit unnatural when I do it. I mean, I probably should play, I don't know, maybe more, if I do more Sonic things, I probably should do other things when it comes to the video games and such, like a challenge or something. Because right now, if you want a commentary, it ain't coming from here. Boom. Oh yeah, then part of the sky kind of just breaks because we're too fast. But it shouldn't. Then of course the classic mistake of Egg Robo not actually even being here because of some type of glitch or error that causes Egg Robo not to be over egging. I'm pretty sure it says once in my Let's Play or this playthrough. I should have done Sonic 3 Complete or Sonic 3 Air for this. At least for its Knuckles campaign or whatever. Like that'll make too much of a difference, but at least in order to make it a little interesting. I don't really do ROM hacks or fan games. I'm not the type to really play ROM hacks or fan games. So that's why I really don't do them. That's one of the main reasons also kind of why I don't do them. is that weirdly I'm just not really into it. And when younger, it's like, oh, cool, but then after it goes, it kind of got a little bit whatever to me. There has to be a point where some character in some Sonic game is just enough. There has to be a point. Personally, I was never a big fan of those hacks anyway, to be completely for real. I was never really a big fan of those Sonic ROM hacks to begin with. Because it's literally the same game, but it's just a character, which is cool, but yeah, it's cool, but nah, it ain't good enough for me. I'm just gonna keep it real. If I was to play a hack or something, it'll have to be... we'll have to have at least new level design, at least. Or a new, unique mechanic or something. Because if it doesn't have those things, or doesn't make the game better in my eyes, or adds lots of cool features and such like Sonic 3 Complete, then there's no point for me to play it. At least I don't see much of a point or reason in order to play it, really. That's why Sonic 3 Complete is one of my favorite ROM hacks. Probably one of my most, if not my most favorite ROM hack I played, probably. The thing, you know, it's kind of why I mainly seek out is just fixes and such. I'm not really searching for much else when it comes to especially games that are very much like Sonic 3 and such. For example, for Minecraft, I also, when it comes to mods, I don't like most mod packs, whoever, since they basically try and change the whole game. I'll just be thinking, I don't want that. I don't want that. I just want the same experience, maybe with just a little more touch-ups or smaller features or a mix of some interesting game mechanics. Because some mods really shake things up too much. And I don't play mod mods. I just download the mods separately. I just get whatever mods I find interesting, then I just put them all together. Instead of going from someone else's mod pack, which probably has 1,000 or something mods. And even then, I don't even really play my Minecraft anyway. The only time I even play Minecraft in general is mainly just to do PvP, and that's it. I want to kind of land it near the door. There we go. There we go. And right inside the entrance too, so I didn't even have to even go all the way over there. That was a lot faster than I expected. Thought it would still be open, to be honest. Like I was saying before, I don't really play character in hacks and such. If I was to play hacks and such, it has to kind of be a full game. It has to be something kind of... something familiar, typically. I'm not saying it can't be something completely new. But especially for Minecraft, yeah, no, can't do none of that stuff. People basically be making Minecraft a whole survival game and such. I ain't trying to do all that. I'm just trying to play some Minecraft. I'm just trying to craft like how anyone else would. I'm not trying to worry about having to do it in the way, some random way that was introduced or whatever. That's harder. Might as well take the Knuckles route, since I can. I don't remember that being there though. Oh, and special room. I swear I never even knew that was even there, but alright. One thing I find interest okay, I was about to say something, but I guess it wouldn't have been incorrect. It would have been incorrect if I said it. Let's make sure not to try and get crushed from the game mechanics. But anyways, that's all for Sandopolis Zone. And into Lava Reef. I was expecting him to fall because I don't really play Knuckles story. Also, I'm going to try and get on this path right here. This very unique and random path. For some reason, that thing blocks it. Even though this path is very much neat. Okay. What's the point in that? No, seriously, what's the point? I don't even get why this specific shortcut is hidden, because it doesn't have to be hidden. Okay, so I can graze it. You know, I don't get why a shortcut is super hidden. It does not make any sense. And it's pretty hard to get on too. It's interesting that it does even exist, but the fact that it tries to hide it in like a super secret area is just very weird. One thing about Knuckles in particular that kind of sucks, it's not even necessarily anything about Knuckles himself. It's more so that why in the world can't Red Flickies also just be canon? It doesn't make any sense. You're telling me you can't have bluebirds but not redbirds? Also, I actually do have something to talk about. Super Sonic 2 from Sonic Frontiers. I wish they just did more with that, because I saw the Final Horizon thing, and I was just thinking, why? Why that design? Why couldn't you done more with it? Or just, you know, just give us Hypersonic for it. Just any unique form. Because if you're willing to give us Supersonic 2, there's no reason as to why you shouldn't just go all out at that point. You already made basically the insinuation. You didn't say it's a slightly powered up Supersonic, but I don't think it's just a powered up Supersonic. That looks different to me. Ever so slightly different. Also, I actually just beat Sonic Frontiers months ago. Even though a game released in 2022. Which, dang, that's already a couple years ago. But it's because I just didn't have any interest in Sonic Frontiers. I don't think Sonic Frontiers is the best Sonic game, and I still don't. Because it just ain't really a Sonic game. It's just not a Sonic game, and that's just the way it is. There's nothing wrong with liking it, but it's not a Sonic game. From everything else that came before, not just classics, even the modern stuff. Even for Forces, that's not a Sonic game. I'm not a fan of it because I just don't really like how it played. It was alright, and that's really about it. Because but we just didn't have much of a reason to even do it. I wasn't even thinking about even getting Frontiers. I was thinking about getting Origins. Sonic Origins. because I know that I probably would like that. I mean, it's literally all the games I basically just like, but now released again. Maybe not the exact original form, but still there. And of course, you have people doing the Sonic Origins Definitive Edition thing with their Sonic collections and such, where typically the selection is like Sonic CD something, then Sonic 3 Air, then Sonic 2 Absolute, then Sonic 1 Forever. And I'm just thinking, I don't know. Like, I'm not that into fan projects in order to even recommend. I think that is one problem that Sonic fans don't realize, is that y'all be too reliant on these fan projects. How about the game actually be good? You know, how about the actual official game be good? No. I ain't worried about what the fan did in his closet. I'm worried about what this big company can actually do, who actually created the character. Listen, that's cool. Extremely cool, but I just want good official Sonic games. No, I want good, fun, official Sonic games. I don't think that's hard to really ask for, to be honest. I just want good official Sonic games. Because every single time you complain about like one thing, it's like, oh, just go play this fan project. And it's like, okay, but does this really technically solve the problem? That it still wouldn't hurt to have an official version, even if people would prefer the fan thing. It just wouldn't hurt to have it. Sonic Origins doesn't hurt to have. Even if you might prefer Sonic 3 Air and such. For example, I don't mind people playing Sonic 3 Air, for example, but then you have like Sonic 2 and Sonic 1 Absolute, which, by the way, I don't even get why they are EXEs in of themselves. Like, why are they executable files in of themselves when they're basically just mods of already existing good official Sonic remakes? The original Sonic 1 2013 remake, and same for Sonic 2. It's literally just a mod on a bit more of a massive mod on top of that. Also, I'm sorry, but my superior version of Sonic 2, either it has to be the original or it has to have Hidden Palace. You can't tell me your superior version of Sonic 2 isn't either just the original game or, like, come on. Obviously, I'm just kind of saying stuff, but I don't really care too much. Now, obviously, it doesn't necessarily make or break something for me. I'm more so just kind of joking around with it, but still, though, I'd like to have my Hidden Palace in my superior version of Sonic 2. It's just something personal that I need. Not necessarily need, but I wouldn't mind having. It's just something I would like to have. Oh, and we are actually at the end of the Knuckles campaign. Another thing I want to talk about is that sometimes when people talk about Knuckles campaigns, that they said like people thought it took place it took place during Sonic's story, but it actually takes place after. It's like, doesn't most people know that in the modern day? Don't most people know that it takes place after and not before? Because I saw a short on YouTube that kind of said something like that, even though that's a long time ago. Even when I was younger, I was even hearing that. I was even hearing that Knuckles story and campaign takes place after Sonic's story. That was just kind of something most people knew. Not saying that everybody knows what I know, but that was more common knowledge. And here we have Super Mecha Sonic, which isn't really much. One thing I do have to question though is that if Super Mecha Sonic was built more bulkier and such in order to actually take in the chaos energy, then why the world he's basically irrelevant in the modern day, because they just let any character have super forms, including regular Metal Sonic. Because he's the only Sonic robot that has gone super, at least in the original Sonic series, so. But yet for some reason regular Metal Sonic still stays around. What's even the point of Mecha Sonic? He can go super, and that's really about it. He's not really fast. He's fast, but he's not that fast. My point is, what's the point? What's the point? Because it just feels like he's just upgraded version of Silver Sonic instead of actually being an upgraded version or redo of Metal Sonic. But yeah, it's really about it for Sonic the Hedgehog 3 as a whole. But yeah, like I was saying also about the whole thing about fan remakes and such, and just fan games in general. It's like, yeah, it's cool, but I just want good official Sonic games. I want official Sonic games that feel kind of like Sonic games, if that makes any sense. Just want to be able. That's why I didn't really like Sonic Frontiers. It's not a Sonic game. Also, I'm not gonna lie, it does kind of look like a tech demo. I'm not going to lie. It does. It very much lacks stylization and anything really that kind of it lacks some key parts that make Sonic Sonic. You know, it doesn't have to be cartoony, but it's way too realistic. And that's just a really bad direction it goes. They should go for more style instead of stuff like that. Because I'm not going to be nostalgic for no Kronos Island. I'm not going to be nostalgic for it. I don't care what anyone says about Green Hill Zone. Or whatever. I'm not going to remember Kronos Island by heart. Only way I'm remembering that island is just because of the game it came from, and that's it. Which isn't that good, to be honest. It doesn't have an identity at all, really. But anyways, that's been it. That's the full Sonic 3 and Knuckles playthrough. The Sonic Alone playthrough and the Knuckles playthrough. The Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles playthrough. It's finally complete. And no, I'm not doing a Tails playthrough. Anyways, thank you everyone for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm out of here.